Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Rob. We have 3 more days of European Tour action to come for you. Back-to-back Euro Tours over the past couple of weekends. And as you say, Michael van Gerwen is very much the man to beat. He's the man to beat in every tournament. He's certainly the man to beat in the Premier League following last night's victory over Phil the Power Taylor. Taylor will not be here this weekend.
Throw first. Game on!
A late withdrawal from Phil Taylor, so he won't be here. However, Taylor will be at the next 2 European Tour events as a seeded player. Doesn't have to go through the qualifying. But Dynamite Darren Johnson into the trouble bed to start off. The second player with the moniker Dynamite that we've seen on the European Tour in the last few days. The last one nearly produced something, well, it did produce something of a stir. Nearly an even greater one as Dyson Parodi, the host nation qualifier from Gibraltar, missed 3 match starts to end Michael van Gerwen's unbeaten run on the European Tour in 2016. He didn't in the quarterfinals. MVG won the title, and he'll be back to continue his winning run this weekend. Won the first 4 last year. Could he go better than that? Well, he could.
He could, quite easily.
Will he, is the question.
57.
Dyson Parodi might not get a better chance than that, but who will be this weekend's Dyson Parodi? Who will provide the big
83.
story, the qualifier to make the greatest inroads in this tournament?
Well, it won't be Dyson Parodi. He's not
it
here.
Won't be Dyson Parodi because he's not here.
Now then, De Decker fires in the first maximum of the Happy Bet European Darts match play.
80.
Just the 80.
Require 88.
So De Decker looking relatively comfortable in this leg. Ooh, now for the 17s. Maybe treble 10. Oh no, he's gone for the bull.
26.
Missed that, and just the 26 scored. So he may only get 1 dot at a double when he returns. A chance for Darren Johnson if he can leave this handy.
Yeah, it's a very messy visit from De Decker, but he might get away with it.
65. Mikey requires 62.
Double 16 for the first leg of the tournament.
46.
Misses inside, and Johnson does have a chance to break the throw. Ooh, that's not what you wanted. Treble 14 now. Doesn't get it, doesn't get a shot.
37. Mikey requires 16.
Well, both players
in charge of first leg.
To get down to
Mike De Decker.
Final double.
Second leg turn, the throw first. Game on.
And it's a hold of throw for the Belgian, who made his European Tour debut as an 18-year-old a couple of years ago at the European Grand Prix, where he lost 6-2 to Max Hopp. I heard as well he only picked up a set of darts for the first time a year before that also.
Yeah, I mean, that's the weird thing with Mike De Decker. He actually achieved some pretty impressive success very, very quickly, having only just taken up the game. So he won the Belgium National Championships, as you mentioned, just after the walk-on.
56.
He won the British Teenage Open, both in 2014. And De Decker, I mean, it's that sort of raw potential. He's obviously got something
100.
that has meant that he's in the same stable as Kim Huybrechts, his fellow Belgium, a load of other players in that stable. You know, Jelle Tartan. And we don't really know how good Mike could be. It's still very early days for him. He's not had a massive deal of success in senior tournaments.
He only made a couple of appearances in Europe on the European Tour last year. He lost in the first round in both of those as well.
But he's an exciting prospect. Certainly won a couple of development tours last year. Made the last 16 of a UK Open qualifier in February. That's the furthest he's got in a senior tournament. That run was only stopped by Phil Taylor.
93.
And anyone with the nickname The Real Deal, you know, promises great things. But whether he can deliver on the big stage still remains to be seen. We did see him in Venray as well earlier this year. But again, it was a first-round defeat by Simon Whitlock.
Yeah, still looking to get over the first-round hurdle at the European Tour. This is the 4th time of asking. And well, he's got a chance here against Darren Johnson, but Darren Johnson's been
98.
Pretty good at getting past the first round when he's made the European Tour.
Yeah, he has indeed.
going to take out the 144, so De Decker has a very real chance of getting a break of throw and claiming a 2-0 lead in this one. De Decker, 18 for double 16 is the route. And that is expertly done from Mike De Decker. It is 2-0.
To throw first. Game on.
Yeah, likes that side of the board. Double 8 for the first leg, double 16 for the second. Has the break.
85.
Settled down very nicely here.
Now then, Johnson.
140.
Still looking for his first maximum, the Yorkshireman from Mexborough. Same part of the world as Dennis Priestley, not far from you either.
Just down the
140.
road. Born and bred in Doncaster myself. And talking of just down the road, he was involved in the most recent Players' Championship event in Barnsley. It wasn't too far to travel for him. He reached the last 16 there. That was in the 7th Players' Championship event of the year as De Decker threatened to once more.
140.
Yeah, De Decker down to a finish after 3 visits to the board.
80.
Just the 80 for Johnson means that he's not.
Mike, you require
6 darts
136.
from here for De Decker for a 3-0 lead.
Waited for it, but
yeah, he wanted to stay up there to leave the double 18, and after the first 2 darts, he didn't really fancy it, but just took a moment.
Steered it through, navigated it through the gap, and he does need double 18 for a 3-0 lead.
36. Game shot in the third leg.
You don't get much more in the middle of the bed than that. It is double 18, 13 darter, best leg we've seen so far, and Mike De Decker is going about things very efficiently at the moment as he looks to record a first Euro Tour win.
140.
Came through qualifying very comfortably as well. He beat Dutchman Vincent van der Meer 6-1 and Ian Hansman 6-3 as well. And then Ronnie Hybricks,
Yeah,
6-3.
who is part of that stable of dart players, fellow Belgian, of course.
140.
Good response this from Johnson in a leg that already looks very, very important to win for
26.
him. Just the 26 from Mike De Decker.
Well, if you are going to throw a visit of 26, do it
96.
in a leg like this where it's against the throw. It might not be too much damage done here, but De Decker might respond here with another big score.
100. Darren, you require 125.
And Johnson a favourite now to get his first leg on the board. Where's that gone?
Oh, I like that. Treble 15 tops with them in the rooms, I would imagine. That
100.
wasn't very far away.
$50. Darren, you require 25.
Now then, for a first leg. Into the nine.
Just in the 9.
9 score.
He'll get another poke at it with De Decker back on 225, but a big score here will apply some pressure. That looks a good dart.
100.
Just a ton.
Darren, you require 16.
Down Johnson for 3-1 and to give himself a foothold in this match.
Won't want to give De Decker another visit here.
12
and that's
score.
exactly what he's done.
Mike, you require
This could be
125.
an absolute steal for the Belgian. Well, that's bounced out. That's unlucky. That's desperately unlucky.
Oh, you can afford to smile when you're 3-0 up.
67.
Well,
Darren, you require 4.
Johnson won't want to mess it
Game
up too
shot
much
on the
longer.
full flag.
And
Darren
he doesn't, so he
Johnson.
gets
Fifth leg,
double
Mike, the front first. Game on.
But De Decker will just want to put that leg to bed,
100.
put it behind him, move on, and consolidate again here.
$42.
Worth mentioning too that Johnson beat the former world champion John Part in his qualifying schedule. Also included wins over Mickey Mansell and Wayne Jones.
59.
Yeah, not an easy route
Not
to the
an
Happy
easy
Bet
route,
European Darts match play, but one that he came through.
We saw him in Munich this year as well.
97.
Lost in the first round there against Jeffrey de Graaf.
Yeah, and he did play in this event, although it was in a different venue last year. Played 2 European tours last year, got through the first round on both occasions. But yeah, just to clear that up, the
44.
European darts match play did exist last year. It was just in Austria, in Innsbruck. Now we are going back to Austria.
But that's
Vienna.
for the Austrian Open.
And that is a first maximum for Darren Johnson.
18.
But to be fair, having won 5 European Tour events last year, Michael van Goen's usually a safe bet to say he's the defending champion as Mike de Decker hits back. A second maximum for him in the match. And what an important one it could prove to be,
83.
because 83 has left Johnson on 99. Now that, you need all 3 darts for that. Most he's going to get is 1 dart at a double. And de Decker, well, he can find his way to treble 20. He gets a dart for the leg and 4-1.
Oh, he has as well, has he?
It looks like he has. Oh, and he just misses inside on double 19.
99.
So he'll need all 3 darts here, Johnson. He'll need to make the most of this.
Oh, tops. Look at that for a dart to follow. And does so. What a finish, Darren Johnson. Made it difficult for himself with a set-up shot, but 99 taken out expertly.
Brilliant stuff. It's just really livening up now. 180's creeping in, and a very, very eye-catching finish there. Tops from Darren Johnson.
Well,
85.
how important is that little passage of play going to be? Mike de Decker misses double 19 for 118 check out and a 4-1 lead. Darren Johnson steps in with a tops finish and makes it 3-2, and he's throwing to level the match at 3 apiece now as the German crowd here in Hamburg give us our first rendition of Stand Up If You Love the Darts.
96.
Winner of this one will face the number 14 seed here, Mensur Suljovic. Mensur, a 5-time Euro Tour semi-finalist.
Yeah, the man who ended Michael Smith's campaign in Gibraltar last weekend. One of the players to lose 6-5 in the quarters.
Yeah, first time we'd ever seen all 4 quarterfinals on a European Tour go 6-5. First time I've ever seen both semi-finals go 6-0 as well. All sorts of stories from the Gibraltar Darts Trophy last weekend. I'm sure we'll get similar ones this weekend, although that is not one you want to write a book about, Darren Johnson. 25 scored, just opens the door for de Decker if he can find a treble, which he can't, so it's still advantage Johnson in this leg as he looks to level the match. He was 3-0 down, remember. Oh, now he's pulled on the other side.
Overcompensating, as we say.
83.
Well, last start was a decent one. It does get him to a finish.
$121.
And so
Darren require 154.
And if anything, the 156 is probably a better one to take out than the 154. Although that's a great setup shot from Darren Johnson. Now, Barney loves this.
156.
But de Decker's not going to take it out. Could leave himself handy though, and he does. Look at that now then, both men on a double. 3 clear darts for Darren Johnson. Another big moment in this game. Johnson, last dart in hand.
16.
Misses, and de Decker. That setup shot
16.
piling on the pressure to Johnson.
took the double 8 out in the first leg. Hasn't taken it there. Going round the houses, Mike de Decker.
Game shot
Getting
of
the just done with the final dart.
Mike de Decker. 7th leg, Mike
4-2
to
he
throw
leads.
first.
It's a break back.
Game on.
And it could well be a big, big turning point in this match. Just when it looks as though Johnson was going to haul himself level, de Decker finds a timely response. And his lead is 2 legs once again hit. And look at this. How about this for an opening salvo?
140.
140 in the end.
Great response. Superb response from Darren Johnson.
118.
Just missed darts. 3 clear darts to level the match at 3 apiece, but look at this. Back-to-back ton 40s from De Decker. Johnson has to follow up that maximum.
Well, it's the perfect start to this leg for Mike De Decker. Just
41.
Johnson shaded on the first 9. Overall, though, De Decker with a higher average. That's largely down to some missed doubles
100.
from Dynamite Darren Johnson. And there you see, 2 out of 11, whereas De Decker's hitting 50% of them. That has proved to be the difference so far.
I can require 121.
And he's got 6 darts from here, De Decker, for a 5-2 lead, and to go within a leg of the second round for the first time in a European Tour event. Maybe bullseye now. Well, he comes down for the 19s. Left himself 62. Now you only get 1 dart at a double, and Johnson's going to be waiting on something very handy. 75 left.
137.
Now they might De Decker. He's hitting 50% of his doubles. Oh no, he's only going to get 1 dart. Oh, only just. But he pins it, and what a dart that is. De Decker misses the big number, only just squeezes it into the 1, and then pins the double 8.
perilously close to finding the 20 with that second dart. That was very, very close indeed. And having missed darts for 3-3, Johnson finds himself 5-2 down here, and he has to win the next 4, otherwise he is on his way out of here.
Can Mike De Decker see this one out?
100.
He did come close to making a second round in Dusseldorf last year, but he was beaten in deciding leg by Mensur Suljevic. His other 2 appearances on the European Tour, both 6-2 defeats to Simon Whitlock and Willie O'Connor, but it looks like he is putting himself in a superb position to claim a maiden Euro Tour win, a 3rd maximum for the young Belgian.
Yeah, it could be 5th time lucky for Mike De Decker. Johnson just putting a little bit of pressure on there, but De Decker, oh, he's just strayed into the 5s there, so not quite there yet.
45.
And Johnson will be down to a finish first on his throw. Well, he's chipped the 1 off.
41.
Well, maybe a route back in here for De Decker. Oh, certainly is now.
140.
Well, Darren Johnson,
Darren, you require
you have to take this out
130.
here, otherwise I fear it could be game over. And Mike De Decker yet to win in 4 attempts on the European Tour. The real deal
100. Mike, you
might
require
well be closing in
36.
on his first success. Double 9. Just outside the wire. And so
18.
is that.
Darren, you require 30.
Well, his finishing's been pretty good so far in this match,
Game
Mike De
shot
Decker,
on the
but
8th
he
leg.
pays the price.
And
3
Johnson
missed
going
match
back
darts,
from
and
first. Game on.
Johnson claws a leg back, but De Decker has the throw in 2 of the remaining 3 legs. This game is still very much in the palm of his hand. He's just got to close it out. Easier said than done.
Yeah, how often have we seen that as well, where the occasion can just get to somebody in the final throws or chip at the final throws of the match.
97. 60. 90.
Well, Johnson's been playing PDC darts since 2004. Long before Mike Decker was probably even aware of the game. So
96.
you would think his experience may give him something he can use in these final 3 legs.
60.
But so far, De Decker, when it's come to closing out legs, has been the better player, and that's been the difference between them. However, 3 mismatched darts in the previous leg.
100. Mike, you
That just
require
shake his confidence.
154.
154 now. What a way to win it this would be. It's not going to happen.
56. Darren, you require 124.
The 1-2-4 might happen though. The 1-2-4 might well be happening. Oh, misses double 11 for a break back.
98.
Can De Decker close it out now? 2 more match darts for Mike De Decker. Misses a long way outside, but pins it with his last one. It is a first Euro Tour win for Mike De Decker. 6-3 against Dynamite Darren Johnson, and the young Belgian goes through to tomorrow's action, and he will face the number 14 seed Mensur Suljovic.